Hello. I would like to start with saying thank you to the Venti family for this opportunity and for this beautiful idea and beautiful platform, if you want to call it, for folks to voice their thoughts, especially in these sort of tough days. So thank you again. My name is Samer Baghdadi and I am 36-year-old. I do live in downtown Toronto. I've been here for quite some time now, and prior to that, I lived in London, Ontario, where I went to school, and prior to that, sort of grew up in Lebanon. What I do for a living is, I'm in consulting in financial advisory within the financial institution. So I do quite a bit of finance operations, risk management, strategy and operations, and a lot more. Where do I begin? I mean, similar to everybody on this planet, if that's fair to say, has been in some way, shape, or form been affected by the COVID-19 and the craziness that it has brought to everyone's life. The typical, obviously, the typical frustration, if you want to call it, with, everyone staying home and not having a lot to do outside, not being able to go to your favorite restaurant, not be able to see your close friends and family. That's, of course, been tough and impacting a whole lot of people. For myself, I would say I've been handling it okay. I've been here, stuck at home for the last, almost 7 weeks now. In a way, I'm sort of used to it. I used to work from home often enough, prior to this. But definitely it's been a tough go with all the additional sort of tasks and, family and kids and having everybody be on the phone and having meetings through videos and conferences and all that. It's been a bit challenging, but seems to be okay for the most part. Some of the obstacles, I would say, like I sort of mentioned, a bit of the feeling frustrated with being stuck at home and not being able to do all the other activities that previously used to do. But for the most part, managing okay, I would say. Frustrations, I would say loneliness here and there. Again, thanks to few apps, it allows to continue to have those conversations that, one would have had previously with close friends and family and coworkers. But definitely, there is this feeling of sort of not understanding, what has caused this and where is this going, what's going to be the new normal, what's life after this, so on and so forth, all the questions that everybody seems to have. I think I'm a bit overwhelmed, just like everyone else, with the amount of information that's been out there, given all the websites and all the information that's available, with little to no confirmation, if you want to say, on exactly what the future holds and all that. I am a people person, so definitely not being able to connect with people face to face over coffee, over a drink, or what have you, has been exceptionally tough. But again, it's this is a situation that's hopefully not going to last forever. So there's definitely the sort of understanding of this shall pass as well, and hopefully go back to normal or the new normal. But definitely not being able to physically hug or shake somebody's hand or be in that sort of closeness to people that you did previously is or has been quite tough. I would say a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of yoga at home here and there where possible, meditation where possible. Funny enough, I would say I've probably been a lot busier than previous, which in one way I'm thankful. given a lot of people have lost their jobs, but at the same time, you do feel it's been a lot more work than previous. Again, especially given you're sitting all day, it's easier to just pull a 13 hours of work without really noticing. Trying to do workouts at home, trying to go for runs or walks where possible, walking the dog, and what have you. I think it's been helpful that way. Again, limiting the amount of time I go outside, but at the same time, being able to still have that opportunity to get out and have some fresh air, that's been extremely helpful. And I would say maybe one last thing is reading quite a bit, be it for leisure or for work. That's been helpful. Having a lot of resources online has been extremely helpful. And if anything, I think, a lot of universities now are offering free courses online, which again been helpful either for career progression or for self progression. I would say. I think to that last comment, I would say, online courses, again, trying to stay away from the news and the data that's not necessarily helpful, even though you cannot, or it seems like it's tough to avoid. But again, trying to work on self-growth, be it reading, meditation, any music, I would say that's helpful to stay focused and stay in shape where possible, and be able to have that mental growth that one would hope for. I think, the biggest lesson is to be thankful for what we have. As humans, we, especially in the last, I would say maybe 20, 30 years, things have been go, 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 especially in North America, I would say. I think, having the time to sit down and reflect on what you're thankful for, friends, family, coworkers, spouses, kids, what have you. I think that's really important to have the ability to do that. And just be thankful for our health, especially in these tough times. And again, all the things that we take for granted, be it living in a very developed country, or the fact that it's a very peaceful and a great country to live in. I think sometimes we take these for granted, and we sort of focus and zone on the negative aspect of day-to-day life.